Chapter 7 Air and Water. You will learn air around us, composition of air, what does air contain, water, states of water, water cycle. Air around us. Air is all around us. We feel the air when it blows. When the air blows, we call it wind. Air is very important for all living things. We need air for breathing. We all like to breathe fresh air. You should keep the windows and doors open to let in the fresh air. Playing in the fresh air is also very healthy. Do you know? Plants make the air fresh and clean for us. You should go for a walk early in the morning when there is lot of fresh air. Composition of air. Air is a mixture of various gases. It contains 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and 1% of several other gases such as carbon dioxide, argon, helium, hydrogen, etc. In addition to these, air also contains water vapors, dust, and smoke. The percentage of these varies from place to place. What does air contain? Air is a mixture of many gases, water vapor, smoke, dust particles, and germs. Air contains water vapor. You must have noticed that when your wet clothes are put in the sunlight, they become dry after some time. Have you ever wondered why? This is because the water from the wet clothes changes into water vapor due to the heat of the sun. Activity 1. Perform an activity to examine that water changes into water vapor. Aim to observe that water changes into water vapor. What you need: a flat bowl, some water, and sunlight. Method: take a shallow bowl, put some water into it, leave it in sunlight for a few hours. Observe what happens. Observation: the water in the bowl dries up. Conclusion: the heat of sun dries up the water and mixes with the air. The water changes into water vapor, which mixes with the air. Thus, we see air contains water vapor. Air contains smoke. Smoke comes out from vehicles and also from the chimneys of the factories. It mixes with air. When we breathe this air, we feel uncomfortable. Activity 2. Let us perform another activity to examine that air contains dust particles. Aim to observe that air contains dust particles. What you need: a dark room and a torch. Method: turn off the lights of a room to make it dark. Focus the light of the torch in the dark room anywhere. You can easily see the dust particles moving in the air. This proves that air contains dust particles. You can also see the dust particles when the sun rays enter in a dark room. Air also contains germs. Germs or microbes are very small living things which we cannot see. These germs are very harmful as they can make us sick. When people cough or sneeze, the germs get mixed with air. They are carried through the air and make other people sick. Do you know? You should always cover your face when you cough or sneeze. Water. All living things need water. We cannot live without water. Water is found in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas. Solid water is found in the form of ice. When we put water in the freezer, it becomes solid. Frozen water is called ice. It has a fixed shape until it melts. You can touch solid ice. Liquid water is the form of water that we use regularly. Liquid water has no shape. It takes the shape of any container in which it is filled. It can flow and can be filled in any container. Pure water has no color, smell, and taste. Gaseous form of water is the water vapor. When we boil water, the water changes from liquid to gas or water vapor. Water as a gas or vapor is always present in the air around us, but we cannot see it. Do you know, a person can live about a month without food, but only about a week without water. Water cycle. In nature, water changes its states in the form of a cycle called water cycle. It is a continuous cycle where water evaporates, moves into the air, and becomes part of a cloud, falls down to earth, and then evaporates again. This is a never-ending cycle. Water keeps changing from a solid to a liquid to a gas over and over again. The water from oceans, rivers, lakes and ponds evaporates due to the heat of sunlight. The water vapor goes up in the air, cools down, and changes into tiny water droplets, which form clouds. These tiny droplets in the cloud combine and form large droplets. They become heavy and fall on the earth as rain. Rainwater fills up the lakes, rivers, and oceans. Let us revise. Air is very important for all living things. Air is a mixture of many gases, water vapor, smoke, dust particles, and germs. All living things need water. Water is found in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas. We can see solid form of water as ice. We use the liquid water regularly. Water vapor in the air is the gaseous form of water. Water changes its states in the form of a cycle called water cycle.